Congratulations, it's me, Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke. And today I'm going to do another baseball game, but this game is going to be from the 1996 season. And I've reset the season to the start of the season. And today we're going to do the Pittsburgh Pirates at the Florida Marlins of 1996. And I am going to be the Marlins at home in Robbie Stadium, I believe they will be. So here is the front screen. I'm going to make the Pittsburgh team run by the computer, and I will run the Marlins. We're going to have Kevin Brown pitching against John Lieber for the Pirates. And the lineup that they have in there, I guess I'm fine with. So we'll go with that, and we will start the game.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
And I will turn the sound down, playing the national anthem, but we'll get the sound down to something reasonable. There you can see Robbie Stadium at night. We are in the field. There's Kevin Brown ready to start. So let's get started with Carlos Garcia. And it looks like he was out. So now we've got Jay Bell up for the Pirates. And he's out. And now we've got Al Martin up for the Pirates. And then Al Martin gets a single. And now Jeff King is up. Love Jeff King. And he's out. So now you've got Lieber pitching to Devon White. And he gave that a ride. But he is out. Fly out to right field to Merced. So Edgar Renteria batting against Lieber. And he is out. And then Sheffield's up. Gary Sheffield. And he got on when, that was a walk. So Sheffield's 85% stealing right now. I guess I will try that since there are 2 outs. It would be nice to get him into scoring position. But now he drops to 55, but I think I'm still going to try that. And it did not work. So now we're back in the field. Kevin Brown pitching to Orlando Merced. And there's 1 out. And Charlie Hayes. We are in the top of the second with no score. The 96 Pirates against the 96 Marlins. And Hayes gives that a ride. Looks like maybe a double. Yep. And Mike Kingery is up. And he's out. And then Jason Kendall. And he's injured on the play and out for 8 days. So all we really care about is that he's out for this. And then there was a no-name player put at first. If you recall, or if you know anything about Strat around this time period, the 90s, they were only allowed to put the player names on the cards of players that were part of the Players Association. But there were several players, I suppose, for whatever reason, weren't part of the Players Association. And so they didn't have permission to put their names on a card. So in the game and on the cards, they would just put in initials or letters that were completely meaningless. And you'd have to go and look the player up. I didn't before this game, so I don't know who R is, so we'll just go with it. He's a pinch runner, but there's a runner on base ahead of him anyway. So Lieber is up with 2 outs, no score, and we'll see what he does against Kevin Brown, and he looks like he's going to pop up. So that's it, and now we've got Jeff Conine up. Conine, Mr. Marlin. And it looks like he's going to get a double. So Conine with a leadoff double with no outs here in the bottom of the second in a scoreless game between the 96 Pirates and the 96 Marlins. And Greg Colbrin is up. And he flies out. And now Charles Johnson will come to the plate with 1 out and Conine at second. And he's injured, but he's okay and he'll stay in the game. But there's 2 down and Alex Arias comes up. And he's going to rip a single. Is he going to score? 75% chance. I'll send him. I'll hold the trailing runner, and that worked. And now I'm going to try to steal second. Drops to 30%, so I'm not going to attempt on 30%. And then Kurt Abbott is up. And he's out. So we scored 1 in the bottom of the second, and now we're at the top of the third with Carlos Garcia, the leadoff hitter, back up against Kevin Brown. And looks like he's going to fly out to Conine. And Jay Bell is up. And it looks like he's out, and now Al Martin. And he should be out. Yes, he is. So now Kevin Brown is up against Lieber. Is that a base hit? He has it to... looks like that was an error by Bell. And so now Devon White is up, and we're going to sacrifice bunt with the leadoff, with Brown being up at second with no outs. And he looks like he did the job. So now Brown is at third with 1 out and Renteria up. And looks like Renteria is... I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, triple. So Sheffield's up. And he's out for the second out, and now Conine, Mr. Marlin, is up. And he walked. And now there's runners at the corners with Greg Colbrin up. that going to be a hit? No. So now it's 2-0. We're the Marlins, and we are ahead of the Pirates 2-0 in the top of the fourth with Jeff King up. Can't believe I don't have a picture of Jeff King. I love that guy. I got to go in there and get one. Orlando Merced is up. And he is on by an error. And now Charlie Hayes is up. And what was that, an error? Yeah, well, no. Let's see. No, it was a hit. So runners are at the corners with Kingery up and 1 out. And us ahead 2-0. And he rips one right up the middle for a base hit. And then ZR, this guy that came in the pinch run, the nameless guy, with 1 out, runners at first and second. And he hits into a double play. So Brown gets out of that, but he does give up a run, and so now we're in the bottom of the fourth, ahead 2-1. Charles Johnson up against Lieber. And he's out. Alex Arias is up. Singled last time. And he got hit by the pitch, and he's on. I'm going to try to steal. No, drops to 30%. I'm not going to try it. Kurt Abbott's up. And he is out, and now Kevin Brown is up. And, let's see, close play, but yeah, I guess it was an infield single for Brown. Now Devon White is up with runners at first and second and 2 out. And he's out. So Lieber comes up to face Brown if they don't pinch hit for him. And they don't. And he's out. Carlos Garcia back to the top of the order. And he's out on a ground out. And Jay Bell. And Jay Bell gets a hit to right field. And now Al Martin's up. And he gets a hit. So now there's runners at first and second with Jeff King up and 2 outs. And he may have a double. No, it's caught. Devon White was there for the catch. So it's still 2-1 with the Marlins ahead 2-1 in the bottom of the fifth. And Lieber pitching to Edgar Renteria. And he is out. And Gary Sheffield's up. Gary Sheffield rips a hit to right. 85% stealing. I'll try. Let's see. And he's safe. So now Sheffield on second with 1 out and Conine up. We're going to try to advance because I don't think he'll try to throw him out. And they didn't. And so now it's Sheffield at third with 2 out and Colburn up. And he rips a hit. So that puts the Marlins ahead 3-1 with 2 outs and Charles Johnson up. And he gets on with a walk. So now it's Alex Arias up with 2 outs, runners at first and second. And he's out. So now we go to the top of the 6th inning with the Pirates losing 3-1. Kevin Brown pitching well and Orlando Merced up to face him. Strike 3, he's out. Charlie Hayes, who's 2 for 2 with a double on the day. And he strikes out. And now Mike Kingery is up. And he's out. So now we got Kurt Abbott facing Lieber in the bottom of the 6th with the Marlins ahead 3-1 at home at Joe Robbie Stadium. Abbott's out. Kevin Brown is up, and he's 2 for 2. Who would have guessed that? And he walks. 2 for 2 with a walk. Kevin Brown's one of the best offensive guys on this team. Devon White, 0 for 2 on the day with 1 out and Brown at first. And Devon White beats it out, so there's 2 runners on with 1 out and Renneria up, and the Marlins ahead 3-1 and looking to make it more. And there's a double play, so they won't get any more. So ZR, the nameless guy, is up against Kevin Brown. We have no idea how good this guy is because we don't even know who it is. And he flies out to Conine. And now we got John Lieber up if they don't pinch hit for him, and they do. And it's going to be Mark Johnson. Mark Johnson. Have no idea who that is. But he gets a base hit off of Kevin Brown, so he must have been pretty good. Carlos Garcia is up. We're just going to pitch. Nothing special. And he walks him, so now we've got Jay Bell up. We're ahead 3-1, 1 out. I'm still going to let him pitch to Jay Bell at least. And that was probably not a good idea. Looks like he's going to rip a double. And now second and third, they're down 3-2 now with Al Martin up and only 1 out. I am going to walk Al Martin, and we're going to pitch to Jeff King, and I'm going to leave the infield back and hope for the double play. I don't like the odds of bringing the infield in, really, ever, and that did not work. He got a base hit and knocked in 2, and now Merced's up, and I'm going to go to the bullpen. And we are... Who should we bring in? I'm going to bring in Terry Matthews to pitch to Merced. With the infield still back because we do need a double play, and we're not going to get it. Maybe a fly out. We do get that, but it was a shallow fly, so nobody went anywhere. And with Pittsburgh ahead 4-3 and 2 outs with Charlie Hayes up, who's 2 for 3 on the day. Looks like, what is that going to be? Nice. Okay, so it's a fly ball and he's out. So, we go to the bottom of the 7th. We are now losing. The Florida Marlins are now losing to the Pittsburgh Pirates 4-3 in the bottom of the 7th. And we have Gary Sheffield facing John Eriks. I don't remember who John Eriks is, but let's see if Sheffield can do something to start us off. And he doesn't. Conine is up. Conine gets a hit, though. Mr. Marlin. 90% stealing, but I'm not going to do anything really with that. We don't want to take a chance. We got Colburn up at the plate. And Colburn rips a hit. 70% I'm going to send him. And now it's runners at the corners with Charles Johnson up, and we're only down by a run with 1 out. Let's see if he takes Eriks out. He does, and he brings in Mark Wilkins to pitch to Johnson. And that's going to be at least a fly ball and maybe a double. A fly ball to score the run. And that's what it is. So now it's 2 down. Alex Arias up in a tie game with Colburn at first. And Arias looks like he's going to fly out. And he does. So now Terry Matthews goes back out to the mound to pitch to Mike Kingery. And he strikes out. ZR, the nameless ZR man. And he's out. And John Wayner is going to get a little, looks like pinch hitting appearance here. And he's out. So here we are now in the bottom of the 8th in a tie game. We have 4 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. And the Pirates have 4 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors. And we have Kurt Abbott facing Mark Wilkins. And he strikes out. Terry Matthews, I'm going to pinch hit for. Oh, Bob Nadel. Yeah, definitely. No. No, we're not going to do that. How about Super Joe Orsulak? Yeah. Well, I don't know. Because Wilkins is in. He's a righty who's a 9L. Which is weird. How about Luis Castillo? Varys. I'm still going to go Orsulak. See what happens. And he delivers and he strikes out. And now Devon White is up with 2 outs in a tie game in the bottom of the 8th. And he strikes out. And I have to bring in a reliever. We are going to go right to Rob Nen. We're not even going to mess around here. And Rob Nen will deal to Carlos Garcia. And what was that? Oh, no, a pinch hitter. So Allensworth comes in to pinch hit, and he grounds out. Jay Bell is up 2 for 4 on the day. And he strikes out. And Al Martin is up. Surprised this Marlins pitching. Kevin Brown and Terry Matthews and now Nan have allowed 4 runs. Really, it was Brown that allowed the 4 runs. But anyway, he keeps Wilkins on the mound, at least for the moment, and he'll face Edgar Renteria. in the top of or the bottom of the ninth. If we can get a run, we win the game. And Renteria just may have won this game with a home run. And he did. The Florida Marlins win it in the bottom of the ninth with a walk-off home run by Edgar Renteria off Mark Wilkins. So we'll get the box score and take a look at that. Yeah, Kevin Brown 2 for 2. Gotta love that 1,000 batting average for the pitcher. But he went 6 1/3, allowed 9 hits and 3 earned runs. And Lieber went 6, allowed 7 hits, 3 earned runs. So good game for the game of the week. The 96 Marlins have defeated the 96 Pittsburgh Pirates at home to lead off the season with a big win there at Robbie Stadium. So that's it for right now. For me, Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke, I'm signing off. Hope you enjoyed the game.